Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic. All right, we're back with that Hunter greatness. All right, come on. All right, you already know what it is. If there is one manga, if there is one manga that I'm gonna pretty much sort of stay kept caught up on in terms of reactions, especially because Viz is putting it out like whenever Tagashi's back and like sort of writing and doing all that stuff. It's gonna be that Hunter greatness. Okay, come on, come on. All right, I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be on that. All right, I've said this before. Like when Hunter x Hunter is in the building, it is like right up there with just like, if not the best, like shonen weekly shonen manga out. I'm eating some Skittles right now. There's just Halloween candy's coming. It's early. It's a little early. But you already know what it is. All right, you already know what it is. But we need some Skittles. I love Skittles too much. Yeah, true story. Before I move on to the Hunter x Hunter greatness, chapter 384. When I was in high school, I think for like a solid like month or two, I think I ate like a pack of Skittles every day. Legit. Like this was no joke. Like a pack of Skittles every day. And it was always like a different pack. Like it was like, maybe like I'd do like the wild berry pack one day, then the original another day, then the like the California sort of blue flavor or whatever another day. Then when the yellow ones came out, I'd do that another one day. It was ridiculous. It was absurd. Like it was really absurd. Like, yo, I was on something else. Shout out to whoever's like watching over me or whoever was watching over me at that time that I didn't like just catching diabetes. Stint or whatever. But I'm good right now. So let's get to Hunter x Hunter, yo. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. We in here. All right. This is what we doing. Let me see what is going on with this Viz. That's gonna be the last one I eat, and then I'm gonna read and all that. But I love me some Skittles. That's like the Oracle says in the Matrix. I want to say Reloaded. She's just like, I love candy. Like I love candy. Ugh. Anyways, let's get into it. 385, not 384. Wow. That's how you know. That's how you know I'm just like in the candy. I gotta change the title. All right, 385. All right. Let me do that now. What's good, Wonko Blanco? What's good? Let me do that now. Let me change to 385, not 384. Because that's gonna make me feel away. I'll keep it like that. I might forget to change it. All right, let's see. 385 is entitled Warning. Day 8, Sunday, 7:35 p.m. 10:04. Close your eyes and focus. Using Zetsu while listening carefully. Using Zetsu while listening carefully is pretty difficult. Maintaining your Zetsu while following my instructions and answering my questions. Oh, no, it says maintain your Zetsu while following my instructions and answering my questions. Continue your Zetsu unperturbed by all sounds, queries, and incidents. Doing this for 60 minutes should feel like a very long time. There's something on your left shoulder. Okay, start over. That was a bit unfair, Teta dear. The enemy will be harsher than that. Yes? No, never mind. Focus. Focus harder. Don't rush it. Fourth Prince, Terror. I guess it's Terror because the S is probably silent, so I'm gonna go with Terror. Fourth Prince Terror holds a tremendous amount of aura. The Guardian Spirit Beast emerges immediately if he loosens Zetsu. with a physical attack, I would need to kill him swiftly and surely. I can't do it if Terra loosens Zetsu at the slightest sound or hint of trouble. Total Zetsu would remove aura. Aura. The source of energy for the Guardian Spirit Beast. But that's not enough. I must consider the possibility that the Guardian Spirit Beast holds an energy reserve when it vanishes. I must have him maintain Zetsu for more than 40 minutes. Crash. Sire? It's okay. The prince is in training. Don't interrupt us. I suppose their meddling is a part of your training as well. At this rate, your Zetsu isn't looking like it'll last long anyway. Start over once more. Fine. Do anything you want. I'll give it my all. I don't care if you're writhing in agony on the floor, foaming at the mouth. I won't open one pore for you, so don't worry. Good. He's in the zone. His focus when he gets like this is exceptional. Is that Nen Beast? Oh snap, Nen Beast gone now. Nen Beast gone now. Sarah with the Zetsu. He going in with the Zetsu. You let off a Nen bubble. Pop. It hit him. It popped in front of him. He just opened his eyes. He's like in a state of Zetsu. Then he closed it back up. She's waiting. She pulled out the strap. She pulled out the gat. She pulled out the gun. Data. What you about to do? I don't want to turn the page because like Data's about to do the thing. This is why we have to hashtag pray for Theta. Okay? Pray for Theta. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, come on, bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise performance from the Royal Banquet for those of you in the high area of tiers 1 and 2. The performers are and we talked about this, right? Like that melody would like affect like everything that's sort of going on, and we didn't know right exactly when. But I also believe that like the time of everything has sort of been telling us that like certain things have been happening during these events, right? Oh my goodness, splendid, Your Highness, flawless Zetsu. First, a flute solo by Melody. You already know what's coming. Oh no. Oh. First, a flute solo by Melody. Splendid, Your Highness. Flawless Zetsu. He were the type to use his talent for others. If you were the type to use his talent for others. One shot. Quick. No suffering. Woo, you about to die. Boom. And I will soon follow. Yo. Bruh, nah, stop. That man got shot in the head. Your man's got shot in the head. Your man's got shot in the head. Well, and then there's Melody's ability. And then boom. And she's looking and like, what the? The prince is gone? That's not all. There's no blood splatter either. No, there's no blood spatter either. Was that a gunshot? Theta, freeze. How? Is it his ability? Impossible. He was in Zetsu. It's a part of training. It's all good. How can it be? How is my Zetsu, Theta dear? I was totally unfazed by the gunshot. I know I killed him. He was there. The blood, gray matter, all over the floor. This is going too far, Theta. Sire, there's something you should know. Grr. She just dropped like, hey, you should take a break, Theta dear. You were tense this whole time. Oh. If you answer the prince's next question with a lie, you will no longer be human. Wow. And then she just fainted. Son. Missing time? Yes. We heard a gunshot, and the moment we headed over, a beautiful landscape appeared in front of us. We were unable to move. We think it was due to the music broadcast. It was supposed to be 8's Prince Salad Sally's stupid rap, right? Yes, the performance was by a Hunter Association member by the name of Melody. Call her over. Make it sound like an invitation. If it's not a summons, they might refuse. It's a feeler. We can make inferences based on their response. Can I trust you? Oh dear, oh Theta dear. Yo, suffer nightmares, man. Huh. She just woke up. Hey, that was fast. What time is it? It's okay. You were asleep for only 15 minutes. Theta, you've done enough. I'll take over. Yo, what's going on with her face? Oh my goodness. You should get some rest. What are you saying? I can't back out now. The prince's, yeah. The prince's guardian spirit beast. It marked you for your first lie. Now it's giving you a warning. If you don't heed it, you'll likely suffer a fate worse than death. Huh? But I can't just... I know. That's why we need to stay calm. Why is the beast giving traitors so many chances? Only one reason. To add to his pawns by transforming you into something not human. If you do anything now, it will only benefit the prince. The rest, you rest. Leave things to me. We'll figure something out. How? About that. Could you come up with something while you rest? I figured as much. You idiot. That's always like, I love that. Like, that's like a typical Togashi thing to do, like to sort of make light of certain situations. This is like a very similar thing that happened with like the Phantom Troop, and I can't remember which chapter it was, but the interaction between Crollo and like Shizuku and like them and like or maybe it was Crollo and Machi. I'm not sure, but it was just like this like very like odd, like lighthearted, like interaction that just seemed like kind of ridiculous, depending, considering the situation. But this chapter was good. This was a good chapter. I liked it a lot. And this is very much so, right? This is very much so what we would expect from kind of the fourth prince, like Nenbeast. Right? Mark you, transform you into something that he deemed to be beautiful and useful and valuable. This is very much so like him. Right? Art in a warped sense. 385 end, yo. Togashi going in. He really doing the thing. I really appreciate these chapters. I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, pray for Theta. Really. Pray for your girl. Okay? Because this ain't gonna end well for her. I'm sorry. All right? Ain't gonna end well. Theta. This is like some rough stuff because she's already done. Like, not only is she already done, but she's like, this is worse than done, right? This is like, and she would have died, and it would have been like, all right, cool, it's over, that's it. But this is worse. This is way worse. You know what I mean? It's gonna be rough, y'all. All right. So here's the deal. All right. Right, and we called it, right? We were like, yo, he gonna call Melody over because he was affected by that. He was like, yo. But right, he was like, I gotta check this out. Yo, Melody, who is this woman? Right? He's impressed. Yeah, the Nembis must have done something. Buddy, relax. No. Oh, my cat is being ridiculous. It might have been an illusion, but for some reason I don't think so. I don't know if that's one of I don't know. I don't think so. I think that might have been something that like was like a weird like thing that happened when it came to Melody's ability. I feel like the ability kind of caused Theta to like see what she like desired or whatever. And I don't know what it was, but it was odd. And I think that's what happened, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. In any case, Theta is like screwed. She's screwed. Doesn't matter what she does at this point. When you're in this space and you've been marked in that way, you are done. You're done. Right? If you are someone who's been marked in like a aggressive sort of manner, like with intent to do harm, like you finished. Like in this way, like in a Nen way, like you finished. You finished. Like Theta is literally going to become like something that we don't want her to become, and we're going to see that. That's going to happen. It's going to slowly but surely happen. All right. That's what it is. Unfortunately. Okay. That is what's going to happen. Also, if Melody dies, we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have problems. Tagashi, we gonna have problems. You do not mess with Melody. No. No. Okay. Interestingly enough, right, there's a very nice parallel that's happening here, right? With like Melody is a woman who's like, done similar things, right? Like in terms of what Theta is doing now, right? Theta is sort of like on this kind of like, what we kind of call it, kind of like quest to like just end this evil, this great evil. And she's been marked by it, right? Like she's been marked by it all like on this quest. Like it's just like, you gonna get scarred, you're gonna get marred. Melody, same thing happened to her. She was looking for that death sonata or whatever you want to call it, and she got marked. All right, she played a movement. She's lucky it wasn't a rat for her. All right, similar stuff with Theta. Try to do something, try to make a move. Theta's lucky it wasn't a rat for her. All right, so I really feel like Melody's performance definitely like affected like Theta's like right, obviously it affected her state of mind, and I think it made her like hallucinate in some way, because that was what she wanted to happen, right? That was something that she desired, like from the bottom of her heart, she desired this man to be dead. So, but again, what I really like about this arc is like, under normal circumstances, that would have worked flawlessly. He'd be dead. Right? But Melody's performance just got in the way. And what I love is that it's not enough that Melody's performance, right, was utilized to try to get Kacho and Fugetsu to escape, but that it didn't work. Right? Dude killed himself. Kacho's dead. Fugetsu's walking around with a Nen Beast clone. And Melody's performance inadvertently affected Theta's ability to kill the fourth prince. In some ways, maybe in all ways, Melody's performance was like an utter failure. And then some. Which is just like, devastating. Right? Devastating. You know, so when we see stuff like this, we just gotta go, my goodness. My goodness. Right? Just absurd, like, and just sad, and just like just so extra. It's so extra. And it's sad, y'all. It's sad. It really is. That's all you can say about it. You're just like, Melody just utterly failed, right? Much in the sort of, right, like Hanzo failed. His prince died, right? Momose just done. Suffocated. Melody's prince dead. The ship killed her, or to be maybe more specific, the urn and the whole Nen like conditions and all that. And I mean, when we look at this chapter, I mean, like, the fourth prince is just like, he's not gonna live. He ain't gonna live. This is something that I think we really kind of gotta, like, we gotta realize, like, he is not going to live. They're all going to die. So the key here is just kind of seeing, like, what are they going to do while they're alive on this ship? Right? What are they going to do? Like, what actions will they commit? How intensely will they affect us as readers? Because that's kind of what this is about, right? This is like very much so like these princes, like, they matter in certain ways, like, in a sense, but not really. Like, I don't know. Like, they're like, you know what I mean? Like, they matter, but not really in a sense. Like, obviously they're important, like, politically and all that stuff. And like, they hold like quite a bit of power in different like areas within the Kakin Empire. But outside of the ship, we don't really care. I don't think so. I care about the king, because he rules the Kakin Empire, which is part of the V6, right? The newly established V6. So I care about that. But princes, I don't care about the princes. Like, we're trying to get to the Dark Continent, you know? That's what we're trying to do. So, if all the princes die, it is what it is. All right? It is what it is. It's not even about that, right, really. In the grand scheme of things, it's like, explore the Dark Continent. Find the other book that was written by Don Freaks. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what Jing can do in the Dark Continent. That to me is probably my like the most interesting thing. I want to see how Jing navigates it, because Jing is just that dude, right? Jing is like just a hunter in every sense of the word. So it's just really like, this is what I'm talking about. This is why Togashi is so dope, because in the grand scheme of things, this shit is whatever. If the king survives, it's right. Like, in the end, they will still have a leader for the Kakin Empire. Right? They will still have a leader. There will always be princes that are born. Clearly, because there are so many of them. There's quite literally a baby prince on the ship. So this is not an issue. But it's just like, yo, Togashi makes us care about these just narratives in the way that he's constructed them, in the way that he sends out these sort of messages that, you know, will always matter, right? Friendship, devotion, love, you know, how much life matters, those types of things. You know what I mean? Those things and come on, like those bonds, those things always matter, and that's like a big thing, right? With shown in manga, obviously, and insane in manga, like to an extent too, But these like when I really think about it, I'm like, they could all die, and I'm like, whatever. I'm still gonna get to see the Dark Continent. I'm still gonna get to see the Zodiacs. I'm still gonna get to see Jing. I'm still gonna get to see Paris Stone. I'm still gonna get to see Beyond. We're not even there yet, but the Succession arc has just been so well constructed as a sort of like as a sort of mini sort of as an arc, right? Very much so a sub arc in a lot of ways, right? In that sense, it's just been so well constructed that we care about it, and we want to see how it sort of like ends, right? If there's truly going to be a winner or not. To what end is this Succession war like for? You know what I mean? Like real sort of like question, right? Like this Succession war is not about, right? Like it is about like the characters and the deeper sort of meanings and stuff like that. But in a very general sense, it's about like not only the state of the Kakin Empire, the stability of it, and the continued stability of it, but like the strength of the Kakin Empire as a nation that is a part of the V6, right? So in a lot of ways, this is again very much so about like again it goes back to the geopolitical issues that Togashi has centered within this Dark Continent arc. Okay, so it's just dope. It's just dope stuff, and again, like it's like we're not even really there necessarily, right? This is like a microcosm of it, right? The tears, right? Togashi's doing he's very much so doing like geopolitics, right? It's just in a very like in a micro sense, right? Which is why I say microcosm, right? It's just in a very micro sense in the ship, the tiers, the types of people that can move between tiers, and types of people that can exist on certain tiers, like, right? It's just brilliant stuff, right? So when we get to all of the other things that we're reading about at the sort of beginnings of the Dark Continent arc, right? With the V6, with the Dark Continent, with the sort of I guess I call them calamities or whatever you want to call it, right? Like, right, with Brion, like all of them, right? And the Kakin Empire as like this like geopolitical like power that is really on like the verge of just like really just like doing the most. They're doing too much. Like they were doing the most so much they had to change the V5 like to the V6, right? They had to add them as a nation because they were doing so much, right? So again, this is a microcosm for like what we're going to see in the grand sort of scheme of things. And then you got the Hunter Association that's involved. Beyond is involved. It's a lot. But it's really good. And yet Togashi has made it so that we can really like legitimately choose to be invested in this stuff that's going on the boat. Just the boat. That's it. We just worried just the boat. Just the boat. And not even just the boat. Just the stuff that's going on in the first tier and maybe the second tier. That's it. We not even like we're concerned about the stuff that's going on with the Phantom Troop and like the lower tiers and like the Mafia and their relationships to the Kakin princes, right? But like even that's it's going on underneath. Like we're like, but what's going on with the prince? Like we just interested in that, just that one tier. And Togashi's given us so much. You know what I mean? So it's just brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff, right? So it's not right, and it's not that Togashi's not capable of doing like world building or anything like that. I think Togashi is very much capable of it. And And I think he's done that often. I think Greed Island was just like beautifully done. This has been beautifully done. Chimera Ant Heart was beautifully done. I think in some ways, when Togashi has really been able to just kind of sit and think and construct and mold and do all those things, it just comes out wonderfully. You know, so again, this is why I'm always a proponent of manga being able to take longer breaks, because when they get that, they really have the time to just let things marinate, and they get to tinker with things, and they get to stretch things and make them better than they could be if they were just like tweak. You know what I mean? Greed Island took some time, right? Chimera Ant Arc took some time. This stuff took some time. And I'm glad that he's doing the thing. You know, but this is the type of stuff, like when you write this stuff, it's no joke. You know what I mean? Let me see some things. Let's see. You know, and yeah, yo, Mike, I totally get it. Like at first, the prince didn't mean nothing to me too. I was like, whatever, right? But then like Togashi just kept putting out the heat. I was like, yo, I really care about this stuff. I want to see what happens to them. Like I kind of want to see, like, at this point I'm just like, they could all die, whatever. But you know, like Kacho and Fugetsu, right? And Togashi did it on purpose. I know it, right? He's like, I'm a Kacho because I know what's gonna hurt you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose, definitely. Right? You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like, to me, like, one thing that I've thought about, like, in terms of like the urn ceremony and all that, is like the urn ceremony is very much so like a way for the king to just kind of like, you know, maintain like his vitality and longevity and like stay alive for as long as he wants, and maybe to like even to like reincarnate within like a new body or a new whatever, you know what I mean? And that whole thing with like the technology and the Nen sort of being combined, like that to me is like what's going on there, right? So when all the princes die, they will all be given to the tree of Kaken, and that will like just birth like a new, you know, a new king, which is not really a new king so much as it's like a new like vessel or whatever for the king to like inhabit, I guess, you know. So it would look different, right? But no one would be the wiser. You know what I mean? Like, right? It's kind of like you ever watched The Defenders, right? Sigourney Weaver does something that's like that, or even just like any narrative. Highlander has it, the TV show, where you have individuals that have lived for so long that they have literally like done certain things, like you know, and they've gone to great lengths to like hide like their identity and what they look like in ways, so that if someone did recognize them, they'd be like, right, like maybe they'd either like have them killed or they wouldn't show their faces in certain ways, or anything. You know what I mean? Like there are ways to do that, to where it's like you could be the same individual running the same empire, but you just look different, and people will be like, oh, that's somebody else. That's that person's son. That's that person's daughter. That's that person's nephew. That's that person's, you know, niece. Whatever. Right? And it's the same person. It's the same entity. It's the same soul. Whatever you want to call it. All right. So I think that's kind of what's going on here. I truly believe that. And if that's the case, then whew, intense. All right. Let's see. What do you think about the editors comment making manga history the stretch? I mean, I think like these chapters are just like particularly good. I think something's coming that's going to be really, really dope. And I also feel like it might be a bit longer this time. I think instead of one volume, we might have 2 volumes of content. But if we don't have two volumes of content, that's fine. I don't mind that. I look forward to when the volumes come out. It's like I haven't collected all the Hunter x Hunter yet. I've only got like 12 volumes of Hunter x Hunter at the moment. The first 12, and it is what it is. Like I have the first 12, and like that's fine. And like I haven't like been compelled to like collect the rest because it's just a lot of money. And I'm really been trying to just, like when I buy manga, I want to read the manga like as quickly as like I get it. So I haven't been rereading like certain manga, like so I'm not buying the volumes if I'm not gonna have any plans to read them. You know what I mean? Like I bought like the first like 12 volumes of Shaman King, and I just like blazed through those, and that's just been a dope series. But like, that's kind of how I am about it. But I think what we're gonna get here is some really, really intense stuff. We're gonna get like some dope content, I think, from Togashi. We've already gotten dope content from Togashi. Kacho's death is like, woo, that's heat. All right, the Predator killing Sale, heat. Okay, rereading the Dark Continent has been phenomenal. That was great. So we're like, it's gonna be dope. Togashi's gonna do more. Sorry, one of my cats is being ridiculous. Buddy! Oi! Get out of there. One of my cats is just doing the most. He's just doing the most. Doing a little too much. All right. But, yeah, and I also got to see if I can get those Battle Angel volumes, Michael. Facts. Them things are expensive. I'm about to look at volume 2 right now. And I also have to like I got to buy like clothes for my brother's wedding. Like I don't got money to spend like that. You know what I mean? I don't got money to spend like that. Amazon. Box edition. There was like a whole box set. 134, but I don't know if that's worth it. Deluxe edition 2 is here. Yeah, but I'm gonna get that definitely sooner rather than later. No, but yeah, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta, and that's something that you should do. Like, you should be able to help your spouse, right? Like, you should be able to help your spouse do certain things. Definitely should be able to help your spouse do certain things. You know what I mean? Definitely. All right. If you could do that, dope. So I'll try to do that when I can. Let me check out the comments. Like, is that on is that in the magazine? I feel like it should be. Like, I don't know if it's in the I don't think it's in the digital magazine, but I don't know, maybe it is. Let me go to the end. Maybe it's there. Yeah, here it is. All the comments. Let's see. Hunter. I was blown away by her version of the Sailor Moon musical, both motivating me and teaching me a lot. So grateful to everyone involved. Dope. And I think that's something that's like, it's just a normal thing. That's a normal thing to do. That's great. You should be able to do that for your partner if you can. No, yeah, and the sequel is like long. Like, I saw that. I was about to make a mistake about the sequel for Battle Angel Alita when I was in the Kinokuniya in New York City, but luckily I didn't do that. So, yeah, right. It's like Hunter x Hunter is like its arcs are just really well constructed, and I think what's great is like Togashi is clearly right. Like the reason and I want to talk about this very quickly before I end this stream, but probably one of the biggest reasons why like Hunter x Hunter works and is something that people deem like to be like kind of like seinen, like sort of disguised as a shonen, is because so many shonen have a very like just typical kind of like framework, right? And Hunter x Hunter kind of had that for a little bit, right? I think in some ways, where it was like character meets a person, they need to defeat that person, so they're gonna do the work to defeat that person, right? Once Gon like defeated like Hisoka, it was basically like, right, and or I gotta find my dad, which is like whatever, right? And right, it was so just. It just seemed like it's like after a certain point you were just like, who cares? Like for me, I was like, I don't care about Gon's dad. Like I care about like what's he doing right now? Where he going? Who he meeting? That's really what it is, right? And like One Piece is kind of like that, but in a different way. Like One Piece is just very much so just kind of like, it's always sort of similar, right? There's always some big bad like the characters have to beat in a very particular way. It's always got to be like this battle, and like Hunter x Hunter doesn't really do that. It's not always like that. With Hunter x Hunter, it's like there's like maybe an obstacle, but it always ends kind of messy. It's always messy, and it's not very clean in a certain way, right? Like with One Piece, they're like generally stuff tends to be pretty clean. It's like this person got beaten, all right, we move on. This person got beaten, all right, we move on. And like in Hunter x Hunter, if something like the stuff in One Piece with like the Sabati stuff, if that happened, you'd be like, that's not a big deal, because like stuff like that happens all the time, right? Where like things are messy, things don't always work out way more often than you'd expect in a battle shonen manga. But Hunter x Hunter is just like, it just got a setup where it's like, yo, like Togashi is just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna make up a random place that's like full of that shows my love of games, and I'm gonna do this thing that like is a critique of like, totalitarian like fascist regimes, and then I'm gonna do a arc that is just about like what happens when like revenge goes wrong, like when it actually goes wrong, and like you're doing too much, and like you're affecting like the livelihood of your friends, and things don't end well for you, and like revenge is actually something that's eating away at your like body and mind and personality. You know what I mean? Like it just progressively gets more and more about the arcs themselves, and less about these tasks that need to be completed. And I think that's why Hunter x Hunter works so well. To me, I think more than any, even more so than One Piece. I believe like Togashi is probably the best at like arc construction, like single arc construction. I don't think Oda's better than him at that. I don't believe that. I don't. I think Tagashi's actually better, and I think people would agree with me. I think people would be like, "Oh, Oda." I'm not saying you can't make the argument, but for me, like I truly believe that like Tagashi is better at constructing arcs that just stand on their own brilliantly. And at the same time they do connect, but I think like they just stand alone so brilliantly. They just shine. Reed Island just shines on its own. Chimera and Arc just shines on its own. So far, the Dark Continent, like and like the stuff, the Succession, it just shines on its own, right? And I don't think it's hard either. But I think that again, there are like my sort of point is like there are people that would like they will fight you tooth and nail to be like no. And for me, I'm like, I think it's very like obvious. I think it's obvious that Tagashi is just a better writer when it comes to like art constructions. And in terms of like a bunch of things, and I also think that like Tagashi has the capability to do world building when I'm talking about like arc by arc in a way that is just as good, you know? Like Greed Island is very well constructed. Khmer arc is very well constructed. This whole stuff with the Succession War and the Khakin Empire and like the V5 going becoming the V6 and the Zodiacs and like all those different connections. That's like, look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't know if Oda has ever done anything like that in one arc. I don't think so. At that level, I don't think so. If someone could show me something from One Piece that has the same intricate like weaving of like characters and all that stuff as just the stuff that's going on this boat in relation to like the geopolitics of the Hunter x Hunter world and the Zodiacs and the Hunter Association and all that. If you could show me one thing from One Piece that does the same that's at that level, at that particular level, yo, good for you. But I really doubt it. I doubt you could. I doubt it. Right? But again, like I think, you know, and this is just for people that like, you know, just want One Piece to be like the best thing, like, and it's clear that it's the best thing. And I'm like, no. Stop, slow your roll. Stop it. You're doing too much now. Okay? Come on. Greed Island is phenomenally constructed. Like, wow. You know, whew, heat. And it's too much. And it's not to say that One Piece doesn't have great payoffs, but it's like when we're talking about single arcs, right? I don't know if any One Piece arc is as intricate on its own as an arc in Hunter x Hunter. And I think in some ways I can definitely see the argument that like it's like, yeah, but like One Piece like depends on that connectivity, right? You know, in a grand scale. I get it. I think the best thing that One Piece does is like it creates these like stunning worlds that just look phenomenal and have interesting things about them. But like when I'm talking about like the connection between things and like the importance of those connections, I like within a single arc, like Hunter x Hunter, like whoop. I think Hunter x Hunter like just really does like it two pieces One Piece. It does. It two pieces it. Okay. That's how I feel. But I'm gonna end here because I've been streaming for like 40 something minutes. And I gotta go because I gotta get to bed. I gotta feed my cats so I can go to bed. My fiance has to go to bed as well. Like we gotta get to bed. We gotta wake up early. All right. So thank y'all for coming through. All right. And again, it's not like I'm saying like those arcs are bad for One Piece or anything like that, but it's like Hunter. Okay. And I'm just talking about Hunter. I'm not even talking about like so many other manga that do these things even better. You know? Man, if I'm comparing like One Piece to like some other stuff, I don't know. Might have to throw out the conceited meme. I have to throw out that. Okay, people ain't ready. Okay, so let me end the stream here. All right, thank y'all for coming through. I really like this chapter. This is my live reaction / initial thoughts on Hunter x Hunter chapter 385. And just be kind of shooting the breeze, talking about Hunter x Hunter in general. I really want to do a stream at some point where I have people within the stream. And I think what I'm gonna do at some point is like I gotta talk with some people and we gotta set that up. Like just a Hunter x Hunter stream. We gotta set that up. All right. Shouts out to all y'all that came through. Y'all are dope. Okay. And you know, let's keep it going. Hunter x Hunter's great. I want to see how long Tagashi's gonna do. I'm gonna write this time around, and you know, hopefully, again, I always hope that he gives us more. But that's just me being greedy. You know what I mean? That's just me being greedy, and I understand that. And like, you know, but that's why I also totally like am okay with like getting like, you know, 10 chapters, 8 chapters. It don't matter to me. So far, the chapters have been heat, so you know, I'm chilling right now. I'm feasting right now. Okay, so I'm good. But if Tagashi gives us more, awesome. You know, thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm the Black Manga Critic. All right. Again, shouts out to all y'all that came through. And I'm at you.